There's no doubt that both Ash and Cam Hart walk around with their hearts on their sleeves when it comes to their beloved Sydney Roosters, who was unfortunately knocked out of the rugby league process with a brave performance behind the Melbourne Storm last week. I caught up with Cam today at Club Menangle to see whether the smile has returned and to see whether he can drive a bag full of winners at Club Menangle on Saturday night. Well, Cam, first of all, how brave were your side without 3 or 4 of their stars?
Yeah, super proud of the Roosters. Obviously, it was a pretty ordinary year early on for us, but for them to turn it around late, and it was a really game effort against Melbourne. So yeah, it was a shame that we pulled up short, but still proud of the boys.
Yeah, so you should, but that was certainly an outstanding performance, and probably they should have won.
Yeah, they were probably the better side. They were very gritty and held in there. Probably the first 10 minutes didn't look too good for us, but the way they just held in there all game, and to go down right on the bell was pretty disappointing, but as always next year.
Well, hopefully there's no disappointments at Club Menangle on Saturday night for followers of your drives. In the first, Romney back to a good draw and hasn't been disgraced of late.
Yeah, back to a good draw. He had a little bit of a let up and a freshen up, so he was first up the other day, ran really well, got a long way back from a bad draw and got up the fence and made good ground late. So from a good draw, I think he'll be back in this race.
Yeah, from gate one, with the reserve out, that is, you're going to have him close to the action, kind run.
Yeah, for sure, and that's how he likes it. He's got a little bit of gate speed where he can just hold a forward spot somewhere there on the fence, and he'll use his speed late.
Over to race 2, you've got 2 drives here at the moment, Rocket Boy for Joe Connolly and next to me for Clayton Harmey.
Yeah, Rocket Boy, he's come up with a decent barrier, and he's a really good horse on his day, so if he puts his best foot forward, he can probably win that race. And next to me, he's drawn a little bit wide, probably stepping up in grade a bit, but I did win on him last start at Newcastle, and he's a horse going forward with a big future.
Yeah, Rocket Boy is runner-up on 3 consecutive occasions, then struck a bit of trouble when down the track behind Bubba Scrub.
Yeah, he's he's pretty consistent of late, but on his day, he is a really nice horse. I won a race on him as a younger horse, as a 3-year-old at Newcastle in one of the regional heats, and he went massive that day, so hopefully he can do something similar.
Over to race 3, and everyone knows Jeff these days because Hi, My Name is Jeff has been very impressive since joining Jason's stable.
Yeah, he's a super impressive horse. He's got good strength, but also that good speed, and he loves to get out and free roll out in front, and hopefully he can do a similar thing on Saturday.
You're drawn out wide, you still go forward?
Yeah, definitely. I think there doesn't seem to be anything in the field that would want to hold me out over 2,300. I think most people know that I'm going to run strong sectionals with him, and everyone gets their chance.
About time was brave in defeat after going at 25 and change opening sectional last week.
Yeah, he was incredible. He probably should have won. He got held up behind a tiring leader, but he was, to do work like that and still finish off the way he did, I was super happy with him.
Over to the carousel for the Trotters, Albizia for Jared Orchin. Probably had to do a little bit too much work in the heat.
Yeah, and she was first up. She just had a tricky draw, and it looked like that on paper, and it worked out that way. She had to come first over in a really good hot field. So she's drawn middle of the line this week with a run under her belt. You'll probably see the best of her, and I've got a lot of time for the mare.
It's a very open carousel, and good to see the Trotters having the carousel final.
Yeah, it's a great addition to the race program, that's for sure. And this year is around that grade. It's some really nice trotters, so it's going to be a great race, and she's a really quality mare, so she'll be thereabouts.
We move over to race 6 once again. This time the carousel for the Pacers. You've got 2 drives once again at this stage. Gennady for Jared Orchard once again, and Crime Don't Pay. And Crime Don't Pay, well, Crime did pay last week. That was an impressive performance.
Yeah, he was super impressive. Through that lead time, I reckon I was spotting him 50 metres. I was a long way back, but obviously made that move at the cage, which is pretty hard to do here as well. So there's a lot of upside to that win, and he was super impressive up the lane.
He's prepared by Seaton Grimer, and Seaton's certainly making a name for himself in a very short space of time as a trainer.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He's a young kid that's very eager, and he's willing to learn, and he's putting in the hard yards. Obviously, to be a trainer, it's a 24-hour job, so for him to put the hard yards in, it's good to see him getting some big rewards.
And Gennady certainly dug deep to score.
Yeah, he was huge. It was a really slick lead time, and he was doing all the work there, and he got out late. The tiring leader probably cut my momentum a little bit, so he did a really good job to get going the last 100 metres and pick up the leader. So, going forward, I think he'll be a nice horse here at Menangle.
When will you decide on the drive?
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of form into the race, and it's sort of 50-50. Gennady's got a bit better draw and probably a go forward horse, and Crime Don't Pay's got the worst draw and probably relies on a bit of pace in the race. So I'll just work out, see what sort of pace I think is going to be there early, and make my decision from there.
Does the loyalty factor with Jared also come into play?
Oh, it definitely does. A lot of the time, it definitely does. But when we're racing for stakes of 50k, I'll probably just pick the best horse.
Good decision. Over to race 7 and pitch perfect here for Roy Roots Jr. Just been thereabouts, but without being disgraced.
Yeah, he's done a fair bit of his racing recently at Newcastle, and I think he's put in some really good runs up there. So, he's a well-performed horse on his day, and he's run some good races for me before. So hopefully he can do so again.
Over to the last, and Jason has Romero going around. A newcomer to the stable, 2 runs. We must forget that Penrith outing.
Yeah, he had a really tough run. He over-raced a bit outside the leader, and I thought he hung on super. So he's in today, so I'll get a bit better guide of where he's at. But it's definitely a winnable race on Saturday if he races well today.
Sounds like, oh, hi, my name is Jeff. Is the best from outside of him, Cam?
Yeah, hi, my name's Jeff. Definitely the best. I think even Romero or the one in the first race, Jared's horse, he should be an each way hope at a good price.
Good luck, Cam.
Thank you.